Yeah, Jay Figgity, you know what it is. Lebron Sports Video Blog, NBA Playoff Talk. Always putting you up on game, man. You know what we here to do, man. Talk about the NBA Finals. That Cavs Warriors game one last night, man. It was epic. My man LeBron had stats on stats. As you see my new Nike shirt say stats on stats. That's what that boy had. 51 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists, man. And the overtime thriller, man, for real. You know, I didn't like the fact that they lost, but it was a good game. It was a couple key things that changed the course of the game. One being that missed foul call on Kevin Durant, the charge that changed to a block, and the J.R. Smith blunder. But I'm gonna discuss all that, and we got another hot one for you. Lebron Sports, Jay Foss, always putting you up on game, baby. So, first reason why I believe that you cannot blame J.R. Smith for that loss last night. Folks, it's a 48-minute game. When I played Little League basketball, my coach, if one player made one mistake at the end of the game, how many opportunities did we have before the end of the game to close the deal, to stop the other team? You know what I'm saying? And normally you look back and you realize it's a lot of opportunities within the game where you can shift momentum and get the W and not ever have to go to a last second call by a ref. You know what I'm saying? To me, I've had the ideology on teams that you got to beat them and the refs. So if you have to, you got to beat the refs too. And that's just part of the game. Because guess what? They have the power to change small things that can become greater. So you have to make sure that you putting so much intensity and energy into the game that the zebras can't affect you. I've seen so many NBA players coming out, DeMarcus Cousins, even last night after the games, Isaiah Thomas and Kenny Smith, they wasn't talking about the JR blunder. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell you why. The reason we cannot blame JR for that loss last night, yes, he had a bad game. Not too many Cleveland Cavaliers had a great game outside of LeBron. And, you know, that's to be expected sometimes. That's the way LeBron teams play. He set it up like that to where he the focal point, and the other players got to get it how they live. And it's a good strategy, but you playing a heck of a Warrior team. So another reason why you can't blame JR for that loss last night is because what happened to the person that was shooting the free throws that we could have been up one? Now this is a point guard shooting free throws in the NBA Finals to put his team up one. No one is talking about George Hill miss. I'm just not sure where that train of thought and that thinking process comes from. But let's not forget, the Cavs could have been up one if George Hill would have made his free throw. 2, Kevin Durant was supposed to block J.R. Smith out. J.R. got a heck of a rebound. The ball caromed off the rim, and J.R. jumped up there and got a heck of a rebound. Then in that instant, I thought I was going to hear a whistle. Not for a foul, not for anything, but a timeout. I thought that the Cavs was going to get a timeout there. Ty Lue, LeBron, we got great basketball minds. And I'm guessing the reason that they didn't get that timeout is because their head was flustered from the previous call and the way that the end of the game was going, which didn't seem like it was in their favor. The Warriors got, they got the benefit of a whistle. You know what I'm saying? They got some good old down home cooking last night. You know what I'm saying? I heard of home cooking, but they had some soul food platters, man, from Steve's or Southern Fires, man. You know what I'm saying? They had some real good down home cooking going on. You know what I'm saying? And as a basketball fan, I try not to lure on the side of referees being the reason you lost, and being fixed, the games being fixed. You know, I just try to stay out that type of talk because I want to keep a pure mind for the game, man. I like the game of basketball, and I don't want to think that these refs is really on the side of, the Golden State Warriors or anybody for that matter. You know what I'm saying? But I did see some questionable calls. Like, I seen a strip on LeBron. I seen a strip on Kevin Durant a couple times where it was all ball, and they called fouls on him. Then you go back and see LeBron, and you got a player like Looney reaching in while he in the post, and they literally let Looney just grab his arm and take the ball. Like, all right, if you're going to call that on the other end for the 15-year coach, king plus GOAT, he can't get that call. If that was Jordan, he'd have got every one of those last calls. You know what I'm saying? Every last one of those calls. So that's why I just think the whistle was a little inconsistent last night. Of course, that Kevin Durant charge was reversed. JR was never supposed to get that rebound over Kevin Durant. That's one thing that wasn't supposed to happen. Now, if JR would have got the rebound, pulled it out, and shot it, y'all would have still been on JR head if he shot it and missed it. Oh, you should have got it to LeBron. You should have did this. The thing is, you're not in there in the trenches with 4 seconds to go in the NBA Finals Game 1 where you looking to steal home court advantage from the Warriors. It's tough, man. Ask Chris Webber. You know what I'm saying? Who had the epic fail calling the timeout when they didn't have any. I just don't understand why the Cavs didn't call the timeout last night. It was pretty ridiculous. I expected to hear the timeout whistle because I watched countless games, man. I always see that timeout call. They get that rebound. Oh, we got another possession. Set something up. Give Brian 4 seconds. Also, another reason why you cannot blame JR. The ball should have never got to George Hill. LeBron, if they wouldn't have called that foul, Clay grabbing George Hill, that would have been a turnover by LeBron. LeBron, it's 23 seconds on the clock. You got 51, bro. Dribble it down to 7 seconds. Make your move. Win or lose, y'all. No, you're not even losing. Y'all was tied. So why even take that pass? So that was the first part of the sequence that I thought was a little shaky. Like, why you passing right now? That was my first thought. Why are you passing? So, man, I think y'all guys really realizing now that it could possibly be a series. The Warriors are not as unstoppable and as unbeatable as y'all think because it's basketball. Guess what? Give me 5 out there. I'm going to try to run with the Warriors. Don't really care. That's because I got hurt, baby. I'm from the east side. Van Dyke and Gratiot, man. We don't accept L's before we play. We don't do that. You know what I'm saying? And that it's crazy, man. Some of these things. And then I want to ask y'all, people who not Cleveland fans, y'all are so emotionally invested on everybody else. He don't never have no help. He don't never have JR blew the game. Kyle Korver ain't this. He don't have no supporting cast. SNL doing skits on them. You know what I'm saying? It's just, again, it's ridiculous the way y'all overreact. But y'all overreacting about everything in 2018. So I do get it. But like I said, man, JR was lucky to get that rebound over Kevin Durant. He said he couldn't put it up over Kevin Durant because he was probably going to block the shot, which is probably true. But I was expecting to hear a timeout call. If you see the way JR dribbled out, he was expecting to hear a timeout call as well. And he said he was about to pass it to LeBron, but it looked like LeBron was looking to call a timeout. So that's my take on the J.R. Smith blunder. I think game 1 was a great game, man. I won't take anything away from that game. Well played on both sides. Steph Curry did his thing, man. Kevin Durant had big moments. Clay almost got injured Still came back and hit a couple big threes. Draymond is still acting like a 7 Mile blood. So I know you from Michigan, baby, but I ain't know you was from the East Side, 7 Mile, baby. Cause you be wilding out, Dre. But that's Dre personality, man. Dre is the Dennis Rodman of today's game, man. And another little tidbit, man. Before I get up out of here, I want y'all to check out the the time the other day. Isaiah Thomas was on Stephen A. Smith podcast, and he did the Jordan LeBron debate argument, and Stephen A. Smith respected him as having the greatest argument for LeBron out of anybody. And if y'all go back in my videos, I was making some of the same points that Isaiah Thomas was making when it comes to coaching, which is really what Stephen A. Smith was alluding to, is who taught this man how to play. So it's interesting, man. Y'all check it out. Isaiah Thomas on Stephen A. Smith podcast, man. And man, y'all just continue to do y'all research into different players, man, and just continue to enjoy the aspect of the game, man. I don't know why everybody seemed like such mad fans. Like, LeBron lost last night. I'm probably the biggest Bron fan there is, man. You know, but I'm not so distraught that I can't say that Steph played a good game, or you know what I'm saying, and you know that the Warriors have a great team, or that you know they hard to stop. You know, the third quarter again, they tried to blow it open, but the King hit a few threes third quarter just to keep the game close, man. So I really think it was one of the best games I ever seen LeBron play, because it was an NBA Finals game, and the way he turned up. This is a recipe for winning. This is a winning recipe. If he continues to turn up like this, don't worry about it. Cancel Christmas, Golden State. Game 7, we going 7 games. Cleveland gonna pull this out. If Brian played like he played last night, and I said he got to average 40 to win, well, he had 51 the first game, and he might average 40 in the win. But I'm just glad it was a competitive game last night, so I don't have to wake up to hear, I told y'all Golden State sweep, pull the brooms out and all this. Now people starting to realize it's a little bit closer of a series than y'all think, man. Because of the King, because of his greatness, it's a little bit closer. And if y'all seen the Kevin Durant LeBron matchup last night, y'all can see it's another level to LeBron's game than he played last year in the finals. He wasn't friends with KD last night. I'm so happy for that. He wasn't friends with Draymond last night. He took it to him, and that's what he got to do. Taking it to him, he got them stats on stats, baby. Nike Fiend, baby. Anyway, another episode, man. Layup Line Sports. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. You know, join the conversation, man. Be a part of the camp, man. You feel me? So, game 2, y'all let me know what's y'all predictions for that. I think it's a must-win for Cleveland, because they can't go down 2-0 like they did with Boston, in my opinion. They need to go ahead and win this. And if they win this, they for sure going to win this series, because I think they put a little bit of doubt in the Warriors' mind last night. And I really enjoyed them looking like, how do we stop greatness? I enjoyed that. So till next time, man. Y'all holla at me. Peace.